You have a really healthy way of dealing with hate comments, Michael. This is from Valerie, who was one of the very first students of my online screenwriting course. And Valerie is also one of the first people to really encourage me to start posting on this platform. So we all have Valerie to blame for this. She doesn't comment a lot, but when she does, she always leaves a really nice, kind comment. That's the kind of person she is. And I have to admit, when I first started posting on this, it kind of gave me, I had a breakdown. I really had an existential breakdown a couple months after this. I was like, what's going on? I'm public now? What does that mean? I'll write about it, not in my next book, not in this book, but my next book coming out. It's kind of a funny story. But I had to ask myself an important question, which was, how do I want to be seen in the world? How do I want to show up? Because I'm sharing myself. And you may say, well, that's important for you, Michael. You're kind of a public person now, and so you're going to be judged that way. But we're all public people now. Just by our comments that we leave on social media, we're all public. And so don't think you're going to have it any different. This is what's going on in society. It's not just celebrities who are being judged by their past actions online. Everyone is. No one's immune. And so I think we all need to be careful about how we show up, especially in comments. It's not hard to imagine that we are all going to be judged by our comments. It's a digital footprint, and the footprints lead back to us. Imagine you're in court defending yourself, whether you're innocent or guilty, whatever, you're defending yourself, and your own words are going to be scraped and used against you, your own words. Or imagine you're applying for a job, and there are 5 very qualified candidates, and they're scraping, the boss is going to scrape the internet, and they're going to look at all the comments, and they're going to decide, you know what, this one person over here, he always leaves negative comments. It seems unnecessary. It seems like he's kind of a dick, you know? Do we really want that person bringing down the office? Why don't we just hire her? Her comments always seem to be upbeat and cheery and positive. They're equal candidates. Let's just hire her. Save ourselves the headache. And who does that hurt? It hurts you. Ironically, it's not the kids, not the teenagers who leave these kind of negative comments on my posts. They'll say mean things. They'll say, you know, screw this guy. I hope he never works again. Who cares? And, you know, whatever the mean comments are, it's not the kids who tend to do this. It tends to be like the middle-aged men and women who feel like, I'm old enough not to have any F's left to give. I'm going to tell it like it is. All right, well, when you're online for a kidney transplant and they have to judge who's going to get the transplant, it's not going to be you. They're going to give it to somebody else who doesn't come off like a dick. And you may say, well, that's illegal, Michael. There are laws against this. All right, maybe there are. I have no idea. I do know 2 things, though. Laws change, and people break the law all the time. And so if you think you are immune from all this, from putting hate and negativity on the internet, you're not. It's going to come back to bite you on the bottom. Ooh, am I allowed to say bottom on this app? That's how I feel about that. And you may think that your comments aren't even that bad. It doesn't matter what you think. It matters what someone else thinks about those comments. And they will come back to hurt you. I just would be more careful. I worry about these things. I worry about a lot of things, though. And you may say, well, I post anonymously. No one knows who I am. Dude, you're kidding yourself. There's some 13-year-old kid in his bedroom who'd be more than happy to figure out who you are. Some nerd can figure it out and expose you. That's a puzzle they would love to solve. So I don't buy this anonymous stuff. And you may also think, well, that's just my online persona. In real life, I wouldn't say these things, and that's fine. In real life, I'm a much better person. I would argue your real life person is actually closer to who you are online. It's the kind of person you show up as when you think no one's watching, when you feel like you can comment with impunity. You know, you can say whatever you want because whatever, I'm anonymous or this is just online. No, that's who you really are. You're showing us the side of yourself that you really feel free to share. That's who you really are. That's the scary part. Now, I don't mean to lecture. I'm talking about myself. I have to remind myself how I want to show up in the world, which is why I deal with hate comments the way I do. I want to remind myself, no, this is the person that I want to be, period. And when you become that, when you put that out, you actually turn into that person. You turn into a better person when you don't train your mind to always be mean and nasty to people. Okay, that's just my 2 cents. Be more like Valerie. She's always kind whenever I see her posting. Be like Valerie, that's my motto. For more what it's like to be a TV writer, keep following me at Michael Jamin Writer.